Portobello, Edinburgh's seaside. This is a thriving, growing community with people doing all sorts of interesting things in the arts, sport and heritage. They all have their stories to tell, which is why we have the Porty Podcast. It's not every day that a local business is recognised as being the best in Scotland. Well, just this week a Portobello cafe, bar, restaurant, the exact definition is quite hard even for the owners, receives such an accolade. It was the Skylark in the High Street. They came top in the Skinny Food and Drink survey, one of 6 listed as the best bars in the country. Even better, they were voted for by readers of the magazine. The Skylark's been going successfully for several years now, which, as the Skinny editorial points out, can feel like a lifetime in the accelerated world of food and drink, where the hours are long, the drink flows heavily, and the whims of the public can set the best laid plans awry. So what are they doing right? I went along to meet one of the founders. Originally from France, Nina Davidson is settled in Portobello with her architect husband and 2 small children. Before asking her about the success of the business, I wondered if she and her partners had much warning that an award was on its way.
We had some hint that we were going to be in the top bars in Edinburgh at the end of last year. They asked us to submit photos and a quote, but we didn't know how many bars it was going to be, so quite surprised to be in the 3 top ones for sure.
And especially since it's the top bars in Scotland, it's not just the top bars in Edinburgh.
Oh right, I didn't even know that. Well, that's even better.
So tell me about the Skylark. How long has it been going and what's your thinking behind it?
We opened 4.5 years ago. We opened a week before I had my first daughter.
That's not exactly convenient, is it?
No, it wasn't the best, but why make it easy? So I think we wanted to create a space in this neighborhood that was welcoming for mothers, especially because I just was about to become one, and also it was a bar originally, so we kept that. And we came from a cafe business before with a tiny open kitchen, and we really liked that aspect of the business we had, so we wanted to carry that through the Skylark as well. So we just kept a really small fresh menu that was changing seasonally, and then just open. And then it took some while to adapt to the place.
But by the sound of it, you're actually quite popular. I mean, it's late morning, and there are quite a large number of people. Before you arrived, the place was almost full, so that must be quite encouraging.
It is. I think we've got a really good base of regular customer now coming through our door, and we really value them. And because our staff has been there for a while, most of them, they know our regulars and their names, and it's just make it a lot more personable. It is nice to see that we can be busy on a Monday morning as well as on a Saturday night.
So how many staff do you actually have in total?
So we employ 10 people at the moment.
So is that a mixture of kitchen staff, serving staff, bar staff?
Yes, yeah.
But I understand that there are some very different things about this place, about the kind of activities you can find here. It's not just a place you come in for a snack or a drink or a whatever. There are so many other things happening here. Just outline some of them, please.
Mondays is our dedicated day for children. So in the morning we've got storytelling for children, and during the winter months we've got a cinema afternoon. So we try to show film independent, like Studio Ghibli movies, for example, something that's not in the cinemas often. And then we have a beer club meeting. We've got film nights for adults as well, and DJ nights on Fridays, gigs on Saturdays. There is a mahjong playing group that meets on a Sunday evening as well. So it's very varied.
You mentioned that you also gave over your kitchen at certain times to specific groups. How does that work?
Yeah, so we had a few kitchen takeovers over the past couple of years. So we give our kitchen away to somebody who would have a food truck or a food stall, and we give them waiting staff, tables and chairs, cutlery, and then they can just serve their food. And we open our bar. it just makes a different experience for them and their regular customer, but also it brings a different type of food into Portobello. So we had Thai and we had Mexican and Austrian, so it's nice to bring to the neighborhood something different.
Might there also be a tie-up with the organic market which takes place once a month? I mean, do you source any of your product from there?
We source some of our products locally, but we don't buy to the market directly, if that makes sense. We just buy to the suppliers themselves.
I was just thinking that it's an opportunity for them to display their wares, so it's mostly local. A lot of them are local.
Alplings, who had a couple of kitchen takeover here, is to the market regularly, so I guess that's a tie.
So what's your ambition for here? Because restaurants, cafes, however you care to define this place, that market is a difficult one, and there's quite a lot of competition within Portobello High Street itself.
Well, I think we just need to try to keep our differences active. I don't know, just keep being innovative with the events that we put on, with our menu, and not try to mimic other places, but have our own identity. I think our employees are a big part of that. I think our menu and what we do is a big part of that, and all of our events and our involvement in the community is also important.
But one of the great things you have now is that from now on you can call yourselves the award-winning Skylark, and that is something really important.
Yeah, it is, but I don't think we're going to be big-headed because we got...
Well, you can't rest on your laurels, but it is an important thing to put in your stationery apart from anything else.
Yeah, it's nice to be recognised for the hard work that we've been doing over the years, I think, because you get a bit overwhelmed sometimes by the amount of work that it is, and especially we are all have families and other things to do, and this industry, there's always something coming up. There's always a broken appliance, or something that doesn't work as you want it. It's never easy and it's never restful, but it's rewarding, and that I think shows that it paid off.